Hello everybody, welcome to another reading. Now if you're anything like me, you like to watch other people's tarot readings, if you do readings yourself as well. And I also like to read the comments on said readings, and what I tend to notice that people like to request readings on certain people that have been in the news lately or events that have yet to be explained. And one of those events that has also become newsworthy again recently is the events that took place in the Dyatlov Pass in Russia or the Ukraine, not really sure exactly where, but somewhere in that area. Real quick, people went on a hiking trip, I believe, and they spent the night in some tents, and when they were next found, the tents had been ripped up, some people were missing their tongues, other people had kind of, tore their way out of the tent and ended up someplace further away from the tents where they probably froze to death, I don't really know. Either way, there was no adequate explanation as to what happened there. Although there was a video I saw recently, I didn't actually watch it, but I saw it in my recommended that somebody had an explanation for it. Didn't watch that video, so I don't know what type of explanation that was. Maybe it's been solved. I don't know. Either way, I'm pretty sure people would still like to see a reading on it. And just as an aside, I am an amateur reader. I'm pretty sure I've said that in a few previous videos, but I just want to reiterate that in case I explain a certain card a certain way that you may have other explanations for, which is always possible even with an experienced reader because people have their own way of reading the tarot, obviously. Just wanted to let you know. So that is that. We're going to start with the Biddy Tarot Everyday Tarot. You may have seen that on the website over there. Biddy Tarot is very popular in that regard. If I want to clarify anything, I'm going to grab cards from the one that I got recently, the Beautiful Creatures Tarot, very big box as well, also very big cards, and they have like a slightly different style. It's more of this creepy doll style. I just kind of thought that was very pretty and interesting, so that is definitely a deck for me. Either way, we're going to get started with this purple deck, also purple, and we'll see what we get. So I'm just going to start drawing some cards. I've already pre-shuffled it a bit. We're going to look at the Dyatlov Pass. Here we have some Six of Cups. And we have the Three of Wands, travel, yep, there we go. This is the Seven of Wands reversed. Okay, see this? This is already warding people off, and this might have been... I'm reminded of the people that tore their way out of the tent, and usually I tend to read upside down cards, reverse cards, as an internal thing, so maybe they weren't fighting something physical. Also, we have here Ace of Pentacles in reversed as well. Aces, of course, are usually like the starting thing, the seed that's being planted, and the Pentacles is always a thing with new value, new opportunities, and maybe these are opportunities lost, or something that got nipped in the bud or something along those lines. I see that my cards are very skewed. There we go. All right, so that's that. Let's see what else we have here. Three of Wands, I think, represents the travel that they were undertaking. I don't think they had reached the area that they wanted to go to yet. They had only just left, I think. Not really sure. Anyway, let's take a look what else we get. Next, the Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor is like the father, almost like the power that be, that type of person. So maybe somebody behind this, somebody in the background. Don't know if this is the person who caused anything or who just said that this journey would be a good idea to undertake it. I don't know, man. I'm starting to think maybe, weren't they students or something? I'm not really sure what they did anymore. It's been a long time since I've watched the videos, but they were there with a certain purpose, I think. May have been research purpose. This might be somebody who said, hey, you want to go and research this or that on my behalf? And they were like, okay, we'll do that. I'm not really sure. Not sure about a lot of things. That one just fell out of my hand, so I'm not going to actually grab that. If it needs to come up, it'll come up again. Undoubtedly. Oh, there we go. Seven of Wands, and there's something behind it as well. That's stuck on the back. We have here, oh, this is the Queen of Swords reversed. Okay, so swords, of course, this is all like things that they might have been looking for. Seven of Cups are also like opportunities in a sense, like wishes, dreams, things they were hoping for, perhaps. I'm gonna put that over here. Now, the Queen of Swords. Swords in general, communication, being open and honest, stuff like that. Queen, of course, also has a mothering energy, but upside down, reverse. I tend to read that as manipulation. Somebody may have sent them there under false pretenses is what I'm getting from this. So like maybe this person, but I don't think so. And because it's right over here next to this one, these things, they may have told them like, hey, you know that stuff that you wanted? If you go there, you'll find them for sure. It'll be very interesting. It'll be everything you've hoped for, everything you wanted, maybe something they've wanted for a long time, because Six Cups is also reference to childhood memories, or at least early development, stuff like that. They've always wanted to undergo this type of trip, I think. That's what that's starting to sound like. Opportunities lost, internal struggle, and the Emperor, who hasn't yet been explained. We might actually draw from the other deck for the Emperor in a bit, but first let's see what else we get from the Biddy Tarot. Oop, there's one. King of Swords. Oh, that's interesting. We may have had a dynamic over here, like several people actually telling them several things. Also, there's another card behind this, the Knight of Cups. Alright, so also we missed this guy. Queen of Cups. So we got a lot of Cups energy here right now. Okay, so I'm thinking we're also getting representatives of the people that were on that group, or in that group on that trip. We have here the King of Swords, who may have been influenced by the Queen of Swords, because they are, of course, a royal couple, or they may have some type of business relationship. That's what I'm trying to get here. There may have been somebody lying to them, and there may have been somebody who they have also lied to, who believed them, and who kind of further propagated that miscommunication, thinking that it was legit. So that kind of kept them going. Maybe there were warnings. I'm just thinking like maybe they got some warnings about certain things that may have happened. And he was like, no, they said it was going to be fine and believe me. And this was actually somebody that they trusted. One of the group members who had like a leadership role, I think. You know, there's always somebody in a group who has like that role that everybody just follows them automatically because it's that guy, you know, him. And also we have your Knight of Cups. That's like an emotionally involved person. Somebody is very in touch with their emotions as well. Don't know why the Knight of Cups is showing up. I think this is somebody also who is part of the group. And we have here a Queen of Cups. So we have a lot of Cups energy here. A lot of water. And also a lot of Knights. And what I'm saying is like a masculinity here. Like enthusiastic masculine energy is what I'm seeing over here. And the Queen of Cups might have been the mother of the group. Somebody who was in the group that everybody kind of just went to for their emotional support and stuff like that. So I think we're seeing a lot of people that were on board here as well. So we're getting the situation, we're getting people on the outskirts, and people that were in the group is what I'm seeing here. Maybe they just wanted to show up and say hi. Let's see what else we get. I don't know about the individuals that were part of the group. I'm pretty sure there's like whole documentaries about the case. Oh, here we go. Eight of Pentacles is diligently working on something. Yeah, I'm thinking that they had some type of purpose for being there other than just traveling, because it's not a great spot for holidays. It's like frozen, it's snowed over, you don't want to be there. I'm thinking it's some type of science trip. It's also in reverse, so it's not like they've been working on something diligently, but it might have been the wrong thing for the wrong reason. Because we still have this Queen of Cups here in reverse as well. We also have here Death in reverse. This is an unwillingness to let go of something. Whatever that something may have been, no idea. And since I'm about to put it by the Emperor over here, may have been something that they're unwilling to let go of. Don't really know. Unsure. That's going to be another thing we're going to have to clarify on. Let's do a few more cards. I feel like I need to do a few more cards for Biddy Tarot over here, the Everyday Tarot deck, and then we're going to go on to the Beautiful Creatures one. And we'll see what we get over there. It's going to also add a little more spookiness. Not that I necessarily need spookiness for something like this, obviously, because it's already quite spooky in itself. But, you know, creepy doll cards. Anyway, Justice reversed, so somebody did them wrong. And I'm going to put that over here, because I think that's on her tab. And we have here Six of Swords. Six of Swords usually being led somewhere. And reverse, once again, internal journey. Maybe they felt like they needed to take this place. They didn't really have much say in it. They just went along with it for some reason. And once again, this is near the King of Swords, because King of Swords may have been the person to say, come on, guys, let's go. But you have to go do this thing. They said it was going to be fine. And meanwhile, somebody did them dirty. That's what this says. Right. Oh, there we go. I was about to say I'm going to draw a few more cards, and one of them just flew out. It's the Hanged Man. Hanged Man, of course, being all about taking a back seat, chilling, meditating, just looking at things from a new perspective as well. Oops, we've got lots here. I think these are the final cards for this deck. Hanged Man, there they are. So they were taking a back seat. They didn't want to influence decisions too much. Alright, so 10 of Swords over here. Darkest Before the Dawn. Might have been that they weren't too super enthusiastic about it, or at least some people weren't too super enthusiastic. And I'm about to put it here by the Queen of Cups over here. So certain people, I think, weren't too crazy about the trip, but they kind of felt like, okay, you know, we just have to get through it. It's always darkest before the dawn. It's going to get better soon. We just have to go through this place a couple of days, and then we'll be on the other side, and we'll have discovered so many things, or whatever it is that they were looking for. And it'll all be worth it in the end. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Then we have Judgment. All right, interesting, showing that up over here. And the Devil. Okay, nice. The combination is always fantastic. So Judgment, who are we judging? I don't know, actually. Let's put these over here. So there's a couple of things I want to clarify. There's the Emperor. I don't know who that is. We got a couple of people here who are just, I think, part of the group. We have the Eight of Pentacles, Death combination, and Judgment. Now the Devil, of course, we've already kind of seen that with the Queen in reverse and the Justice reversed. There's been some lying, some manipulation to get them to go there. Now, who is doing what doesn't really say. At least I don't see it. If you see it, make sure to mention it in the comments to see. Let me know what you think this spread means, by the way. If you have like a different idea about what this means, let me know. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it. Now, let's first grab our deck here, which is considerably larger than the other one. Oops, there goes one right now. That's the first one from before. I'm just going to go shuffle this off camera, otherwise it's going to be rather large on screen. Oh, there goes one. The Empress. Oh, sure. Okay, so I guess the clarification so far is that is it female, perhaps? It's in reverse, though, so it may be somebody who is misguided. The Emperor may be misguided. You know, sometimes you have people, because the Emperor is sort of like a father figure, the authority figure, somebody you turn to, and they may, just like the Queen of, or the King of Swords here, I was going to say Cups, been misguided, misled, believe things that are untrue. For whatever reason, I don't think that this person was purposely misleading people, but it kind of looks like they didn't have all the information they needed to give correct judgment and correct guidance. I'll put that over here. All right, so then we have Eight of Pentacles and Death. What were they unwilling to let go of? Oop. Four Wands. So, Four Wands in reverse is a breakup in unity. As you see at the bottom there, it says unity right there. Four Wands normally is people like coming together, like the Four Musketeers, stuff like that. And in reverse, there's like a disharmony between the people. So maybe there was like a group being formed and they didn't want to, some of them didn't want to be there really because they had certain issues with each other, perhaps. I don't know how much is known about them. But perhaps they were unwilling to let go. Oh, wait, I just got like a thought. That happens occasionally. But I mean, like, sometimes you have a group, like you've been together in a certain school for a long time, you become school friends, and then comes this time at the end of the school year, or the end of the schooling, that you have to go move on and do your own thing, and this kind of feels like unwillingness to let go of a certain group formation that used to be. Like you have a group of friends in, say, high school or something, and then the end of high school approaches and you've always been together, but then it's time for college. And then certain people go to this college, certain people go to that college. And I think they might have wanted to stick together regardless of what the world is basically telling them. Like, okay, you need to move on to this next phase in your life. And they just wanted to hang out together for another time. Just unwilling to let go of that previous bond, I think. They may have been laboring on that in particular. And that was not helpful in the long run, I guess. I don't think that that was anything to do with the manipulation, but they may have been more easily manipulated into going as a group in that sense. Like, hey, yeah, we could do this together. It'll be the last trip before we all move on to do something else. Something like that's what I'm getting. All right, and the last thing we wanted was Judgment in Reverse. What is that about? Oops, here we go. Ten of Pentacles, also in reversed. A legacy. Alright, so maybe they were thinking about leaving a legacy this way. They thought, oh wow, well, they left a different type of legacy. Is that what that is? In combination with the Devil as well, because the Devil came out at the same time. So they judged the situation that this would give them like great results and people would remember them in like the annals of some type of work of science, maybe. I don't know what they were doing. Maybe they were just on holiday. I forgot what they were there for, but maybe they had different ideas about what the outcome of this trip was going to be in the sense of leaving a legacy. And maybe they were hoping to have great stories to tell and things to pass on, because Ten of Pentacles usually like a card like an older guy sitting there passing on his wealth and wisdom to the younger generation, and in reverse combination with the Judgment and the Devil card here, as they were tricked into living a different type of legacy altogether. Put that right over there. Still feel like I want to draw another card, and I think I'm looking to draw a card for these guys. Well, not him, but these two. Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups. Both of the cups here. What can we see about them? Oh, wow, that's a bit too much. It's like a whole stack. I usually means one or two cards need to be drawn from this. Oop. What about these two? Oop. We got Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles is like an opportunity. We already had the Pentacles down here. There, Ace of Pentacles was reversed. And I'm thinking they were hoping that it would be an opportunity. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out to be that way. So they were there really to gain something. It doesn't really say anything about them in particular. They're hoping for new beginnings, planting new seeds. It's a Pentacles card, otherwise I would have said that maybe they were also hoping to have some type of beginning with each other, but that would have been a different card. I think Two of Cups might have been more appropriate for that. So maybe they were hoping to get something out of this that they could have used further down the line for other things. Doesn't really tell me a whole lot, so I'm going to try to draw one more card, and then I think I'm going to call it here, because we're not getting too much more out of the actual story. Let's just draw in general if there's anything else that Jack would like to tell us about the Dyatlov Pass Incident. Oh, there goes two of them. Alright. Knight of Swords. Inverse, so idealism and the wrong location for the wrong reason, head over heels type of card, charging forward without really knowing exactly what's there and assuming that everything will be just fine, which is not exactly what happens. And also strength in reverse, they were not prepared is what I'm seeing for that. Also looks a bit like a Indian goddess. It is actually. Is that Shiva with the multiple arms? I don't really know. Anyway, so they were not prepared. They weren't strong enough for whatever it is they encountered there. Well, if you saw the aftermath, I don't think anybody would be. But you know how that goes. Put that over there. Now, I have this bunch here. I've been meaning to try this. We're doing everything at the same time here now. I have these conversation dice. Now, I like to just roll dice and see what happens. I'd like to roll a few. First of all, I'm going to select a few of them. And then we'll roll them to see what words come up, because that might be very interesting, actually. Never tried this before, so this is a premiere, I guess you could say. 5 dice here. We're gonna roll them. What do we got? Kindness, but it's also in reversed. Book and awkward. Okay, so maybe you had like a book nerd here. Funny. It's on top of the Queen of Cups here. Maybe somebody who would like to read. Also, it says boundary. Somebody had some boundaries, and they also landed on the Queen of Cups, both of them. Change for the Knight of Cups. Somebody was just looking for some change. Now, kindness landed on the Empress, who was also the Emperor here. So maybe they thought that they were doing them a kindness by giving them this opportunity. Of course, it's in reverse, so, you know, road to hell is paved with good intentions type of thing. I think that that's what that means. Interesting that they also landed on these specific cards. So that was interesting. I say interesting a lot, sorry. Anyway, so yes, that's what I'm getting. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you found that interesting. Make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought. If you had any other interpretations for the spread here. And if you'd like to see another type of reading done, let me know that as well. Also make sure to leave a like, because that always helps to push the video and the suggested boxes of other people who might be interested in watching it. Thanks for watching yourself, and bye bye for now.